Carpenter, winner of today's Kentucky Indy 300. This is Ed's first IndyCar victory, coming in his 113th start, and Ed finished second here the past two events. Ed, you weren't leaving here with anything but a win, were you?
I was going to try my best not to. Early on in the race, I wasn't sure if it was the day. You know, a lot of things happened through the day where I wasn't sure if it was going to be the day. But, you know, the guys made great changes on the car all day long. Yesterday, I felt like we had a winning car, and first half of today, it just didn't feel like it, but we just kept working at it and did everything we needed to do. The guys kept fighting, even, you know, after my visor was falling off and everything else. So it just, you know, it was meant to be today.
We'll continue with questions for Ed and Sarah.
Sarah. Sarah, I know this is a great moment for the team, and each year your team has grown. I know Vegas is coming up, but what is ahead for 2012 for SFR?
Well, we're trying to figure that out right now. You know, might as well say it because I said it on Versus, but we found out a couple weeks ago that Dollar General wasn't going to include us in the racing platform next year. They're doing a really big rollout announcement, and you know, they needed to use all the capital to get that job done, what they're planning on. So maybe this will change that. I don't know, but you know, certainly where we are going to be is trying to at least put an oval program together again, and having Ed in the seat, do it all over again.
Bruce. No microphone anymore, sorry.
I don't need one anyway. Ed, we probably have asked you this a couple of years ago when you had that great race here, but I mean, there were a lot of people that always thought, you know, Ed Carpenter kind of got here a certain way. Today, you really proved how great a driver you are. Talk about how satisfying that is to get the victory.
I got over all that a long time ago. You know, I mean, I'm just thankful for people like Sarah and Andy that never believed that. You know, that gave me a chance to be here today. You know, without the opportunity they gave me this year, you know, and Dollar General, you know, even though they're on their way out, you know, I'm thankful for everything that's happened this year because, you know, it helped me get to this point. I've always believed that I belonged, and, you know, knowing that I can win races, but until you actually win one, you know, there's probably always going to be people that think something different, and there'll probably still be people that think different. You know, I'm lucky, Sarah was lucky, that, you know, 28 or 29 of us that started out here are extremely lucky individuals to be able to compete in this sport and do what we love to do. There's plenty of people out there that are capable that aren't doing it, and you know, that's the way it is in all sports. I think it's tough to make it to this level.
But how much does winning really validate everything?
Winning just feels good for myself, the team, my family. I don't really care what everyone else thinks. You know, at this point, like you said, it took me 113 tries to get here, so I've been working on it a long time. I'm just going to enjoy it.
Joe?
Hey, I couldn't help but notice when you crossed the finish line there at the end, you were celebrating before you got to the line, much as in 2009, you were kind of showing your displeasure.
Yeah, as I was putting my fist up, I was a little worried it might slow me down, but we had a head of steam, and I don't think we were going to not win that one. You know, I've been setting it up, you know, the last 10 laps, and got it to where, you know, I used my push to pass twice. I think I had 8 or 9 left, and I used twice, and both times I used them, I beat him to the line. And so I felt pretty good that, you know, depending on how he was using his, you know, I did 2 of them and it worked both times, and then they told me I had 1 more than him, so I just started using them once we got to that point and tried to run him out. You know, I'm not sure when he used his last one, but I did get a little worried out of 4. He probably had his best run out of 4 than he had in a few laps. But once we got rolling down the straightaway, you know, Honda motor took over, and the guys built an awfully slick car, so it did the rest.
Don?
Ed, it's never been a question if I might be belong here, yes, but what is it about this track? Sarah's had success here. What is it about this track that you've been so successful as she has?
I mean, I think all drivers at some point, you know, have tracks that they just really enjoy. You know, and Salem was the same way for me in a sprint car. You know, we went there every year. You know, we just always found a way to be strong. And this place has changed every year. You know, we're similar things have worked the past 3 years that we've been strong, but you know, I've been on the podium the past 3 years with 3 different teams and essentially 3 different setups each time. So it's just a lot of hard work, and I'm comfortable with this track. So I don't know exactly what it is, but I like coming here, and I sure hope it's on the schedule next year.
In the back.
Take us through that last restart. What was going through your mind all those final laps, and what was the conversation that you were having with you and your crew?
Going into that, that last long yellow, I was really just trying to save fuel to have enough fuel to really be able to race hard, and got a good start. I think Scott was probably thinking he was just going to fall in line behind Dario on that restart, and I was there and was able to keep under him and get past him. And then at first I was thinking I would just kind of hang out with Dario and try to get away from the guys, but I felt like I had a faster car and got outside of him and was able to stay there and was close to the line, and did ask one last time if I had enough fuel with the mileage I was getting running in clean air on the outside of Dario to make it to the end. And once the team told me that was the case, I wanted to stay outside of him. I felt like we'd be able to beat him to the line. That's the same way I lost the race in 2009. I learned a lot in that race in 2009 and came back today and helped me finish off the race. The roles were reversed to how Briscoe and I were then. So, once I knew we had enough fuel to make it, I just wanted to race hard, stay outside of him. Even if it meant the rest of the field was going to come up behind us, I knew, no one was going to go around the outside of both of us. So I just wanted to stay there and get it sorted out, get the timing right to figure out how to beat him to the line.
Well, Sarah, Ed, you have quite a few family and friends here.